Hello and welcome to another episode of the Never Wears podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined as always by my slouching brother, Jack. Well, Jack, it happened. The Celtics collapsed right in front of our eyes. The Celtics blew a 3-1 lead in a series against the 76ers, in which they had a 13-point lead in the second half of game five. I I am legitimately shocked by this outcome. I never thought this would have happened when they won their second game by 32 points in game four.
Hmm. We did say that they had a little bit too much for the 76ers. Um, the sum of all their parts wasn't there. Derek White, didn't have the Derek White season towards the end here, and then in the playoffs he just got, real bad, unfortunately, and um, the Tatum injury sucked, but the starting lineup we rolled out for game seven, that was a tough one. Um and yeah, I agree with you. I when they lost when they were up 3-1 and they lost game five, it's like, okay. And then they lost game six and it was like, I've seen this movie before. And
Yeah,
for spurts in game seven, you were like, okay, all right, something here, but that was it. It was hurting.
yeah, there's a lot to unpack. So game five, I've read some articles. I finally brought myself to read some articles, and you know, there was a lot of the phrase playing with their food was brought up multiple times as and I thought that was a good descriptor of exactly what they do when they have a lead. And they just, game five felt like they were like, okay, we got this. We're going to hit like four threes right here and blow it open. Then that didn't happen. Then they missed 12, 11 or 12 straight shots, and there was nothing changed. And then they blow game five, and you think, okay, they're going to regroup. They've played really well in three and four in Philly, won both the games. They're going to go to game six and they'll win in Philly. Philly will play tight. They won't play free and loose in front of their home crowd. And it was the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. The Celtics just got their asses handed to them in game six. And then, like you mentioned, game seven,
Hmm.
I actually thought I was like watching it and I was like, this is going to go one of two ways. They're going to get close but never get over the hump, or the Sixers are going to lead. Like as the game was going on, this is what I'm thinking. The Sixers are going to lead for 43 minutes of this game, and the Celtics are going to pull ahead in the last 5 minutes and win. And it's going to be like, why did they win that? Jason Tatum's not playing. And it was about to happen, and they totally stopped Philly on defense. They played really well for a stretch on defense in the fourth quarter. And then Jaylen
Hmm.
Brown, I think it was Derek White, and Peyton Pritchard all missed threes when the score was like 98,
Wide open
97.
threes. There were
Yeah.
three really good looks.
And it's easy to say they were good looks, which they were. I agree. That's how they played all year. I think if one of them goes in, the momentum's completely different, and Philly probably plays with a puckering butthole, but you also could get to the line. You could there
Yeah.
on the Peyton Pritchard one, which I was leaning, doing the like on my couch lean, like, oh, this is, oh my God, like trying to help it get in. Cato was wide open on a fast break, and he could have dunked it. Philly timeout. See where that goes. It's so hard to watch this team lose when they miss threes at the end.
Yeah, you have in the rundown here the crunch time offense is still awful. Um, that is their offense. It's get the best look at three and shoot.
I agree. Yes. So with those three shots, it's just like they were absolutely wide open. My problem was game five, and well, when things could have gotten close in game six, but then Philly broke it open. They they hunt matchups so much they get out of the looking for the open three. They're like
Yeah.
two picks. Okay, Maxi's on Tatum. Maxi's on Jaylen Brown. Peyton Pritchard has Andre Drummond pulled out 25 feet, but that doesn't create open shots. It's actually four guys standing around while someone's going one on one. That's the crunch time offense I hate. And
Trying the ISO, yeah. Yeah.
that is how the Knicks came back last year and how they blew game 5 this year. And I really hope they look at that in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, yes, but at the same time, we've been talking about their downside is, you know, the threes one day you're just gonna miss. And they couldn't hit anything in the second half of like either of the last three games. And that's familiar with, again, you mentioned the Knicks series, the series or the year they won a couple of years ago, there were series at a time where they couldn't hit shots like that. And it was really, every fourth quarter they'd start out 0 for 6 or something like that. And you'd just be like, oh, here we go again. And it did seem like that was going to be the case this year, especially with what was it, game two, where Tatum comes up and hits the big game winner or with seconds left on the clock. And it just seemed like it was going to be. I honestly thought they were just going to roll through Philly. And obviously that did not happen.
Yeah, what's really painful for me is a couple things. The as a just Boston fan here, the "We Want Boston" chants, if that's a gentleman sweep, it's just it's so beautiful. But that didn't happen. And then Embiid never getting over the hump with the Celtics would have just always been great for me. But he was not good in game 4, and then he was excellent in 5, 6, and 7. And that was the difference.
It it didn't look good for anybody, with the exception of some real like solid Nemus Queta play. It just didn't look good for anybody. Peyton Pritchard again kind of hit his wall. Um, Hauser played very poorly, and I think the bench play that they got all season that made them kind of like plucky just wasn't there when it needed to be.
No, and which you see in playoff matchups, those minutes were cut short, but I think um, that kind of changed stuff because that's, like you said, that's kind of what they did all year is they had the backups go against the other backups and kind of blow them out of the game, and that Missoula got away from that. Missoula, he played uh Vucevic way too much. He was 2 games late on benching him. I mean, Hugo Gonzalez
Mm.
played better defense on Joel Embiid than Vooch did.
Yep,
I'm a Brad Stevens ride or die, and I always
sure.
trust his moves, but that one was a miss,
Mm.
especially when in those second halves when they couldn't hit anything, Anthony Simons could have been helpful.
Yeah, I think the broken finger kind of ruined Vooch's potential upside. But yeah, I mean even Tatum, though, I mean I know he didn't play game seven, but game six, you were just like, uh-oh. Maybe this was rushed.
Yeah, so we should probably talk about that. Now that we're sitting here and they're eliminated, I am glad he didn't play. And in the moment, I was like, I hope he doesn't play unless it was like a cramp. That's the only way you can.
Yeah.
But he sat out that rest of game six, which he usually doesn't do, where it's like, uh-oh. And then at first it was calf tightness, then it was knee tightness, and it's just like, you know what? Give him the summer. It was impressive what he did, and now you
Yeah,
can
at
go
this
into
point.
next season knowing that he'll be healthy. So what initially when you heard he wasn't going to play, what was your first thought?
Um, shit.
Sure.
But I didn't have just the way the series was going. I didn't fall into oh, they're fine. They won mo the majority of their games without him there. Like I didn't fall into that. I fell into more of that's not the right time for that.
Yeah, I wonder if you just kind of like went with White, Pritchard, Hauser, Brown, Cada instead of that crazy lineup. Once Tatum was out, you wouldn't have got down nine early in the first quarter, but it I was like I was mixed. I was like, well shit, that's their best player. Maybe not this year because Jaylen
Hmm.
Brown played the whole year and was. But I was also like, you know, I wonder if they're going to play 10 guys. I wonder if they're just going to go the exact same strategy like in the regular season. They kind of did that. But Harper, Shireman, and another one of the starters, Hauser, I think. Did Hauser start? Uh
Yep.
had 0
No, did
points.
Shireman or Hauser start? Yeah.
Well, they put Harper in too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh they had 0 points, and that's just not going to do it. Or wait, Garza. It was Garza. Um
Oh, righty.
yeah, so and then oddly enough, did you happen to catch Maxi's um comments post game?
I did not.
He said when we heard JT was out, we were actually we knew it was going to be a tougher game because they would play freer. And he said, look, just look at the shots. Derek White took 26 shots because they're just like playing. And
Yeah.
I stored that in the back of my mind. Like, that's not a good look that your best player is
Well, I see that, but I mean, you got to get Tatum the ball. It's not like it's not like Derek White shot zero shots when Derek White was in there. I mean, he just didn't take as many. Derek White
and
becomes your scoring option when Jason Tatum's not there.
totally. And let's not act like for 4.5 games of that series, Tatum was neck and neck with Maxey as the best player. Game
Yeah.
four,
Um,
the
just to round out the starting lineup because I have it up now. White, Brown, Shireman, Harper, Garza.
wait, Shireman,
So
Harp.
it was a real shit show.
Yeah. Uh, I, yeah, that's just, wow. Uh, and it was so frustrating watching Paul George he would step into threes and I'm like, fuck, that's going in. When in the regular season, I'm
He
not
took
like that.
over.
And,
Mm,
this might be a guy just shouting into the old man yells at the clouds situation. Why can NBA players play in the playoffs if they get suspended for PEDs? We talked about this with Tim, and he was
I
shocked
don't know.
baseball players can't, but they can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like every game
They
he was
serve their
shutting
debt to
down.
society, man.
Yeah, but every game he was shutting down Jaylen Brown and hitting these hard contested threes. I'm just sitting there like, probably shouldn't be playing.
Mm,
Um,
that sounds like sour grapes right there.
No, it's totally sour grapes, but also like something you should think of. Like you get you can do steroids and heal and play miss 25 games, but then come and help your team
He
possibly win a
served his
ring.
debt to society.
I'm just saying, make it a consequence.
All right, well, heard.
Um, do you want to talk? Do how do you feel about Missoula after this? Do you think his do you think he's gonna change his bomb away at three strategy, or do you think he's just like it won us a title? We missed three really open shots in game seven. Like, do you think he's going to change at all?
No, because I've heard him describe their team and their approach as we are not the Celtics if we're only taking 30 to 43s a game. He wants them to let it fly.
Yeah, I was actually getting frustrated in I think it was game six because there was a moment where it was like, okay, you guys haven't shot a three in a while. I think I texted you guys, and then missed like five in a row, and I'm like, oh, this is just they're just playing bad. That's all this is.
Exclusively, then after that, we're shooting threes.
Uh, so going into the off season, um, they get more rest. Tatum can rehab and work out and
One way
not
to
be
look at it.
not be dealing with a major injury. But I'm just trying to pull up Spotrac right now. Is it Spot Track? Um,
Oh,
guys,
spot track.
26, 27 is next year. So what's that? They have club options for Kada, Harper Jr., Walsh. I mean, Amari Williams and Shulga. I don't even know who that is. The question that I've heard floated around is Sam Hauser. Pretty cheap, 10 million, 11 million, 11 million. Do you think he's on or 10, 11, 12 million in the next 3 years? Do you think the emergence of
Well,
Baylor
he definitely
Shireman?
fits the strategy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say he definitely fits the strategy. I just don't think they're gonna pick up 3 more years of him.
Well, no, he's under
Or I don't think, or
contract.
I think they'll. Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's just
Um, so then do you think they move him?
I'm just wondering because that's a contract you can move. That's uh
Yeah. Um,
pretty doable.
I don't know. He's a one-dimensional player. He's a outside threat. He's a
Yeah.
streaky shooter.
Um,
He's not, I don't think his ceiling is as high as like a Peyton Pritchard. Like I don't
right.
think Sam Hauser's gonna win you the sixth man.
Pritchard is paid less than Sam Hauser. Uh,
Yikes, NBA contracts.
yeah. So let's see. There, it doesn't show anyone as a restricted free agent. Like I'm trying to find White, Hauser, Pritchard, Gonzalez, Garza, Shireman, Kada, Walsh. Oh, you know who's not here is Vooch. He's gone.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. All, but again, this is something we've done in the past, Jack, with the Red Sox. Can we
Hmm.
say right now the Boston Celtics are not getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, and no one should listen to the
Oh,
rumors. Let's just not do
that
this
I
to
was
any.
wondering why you said that. Um, yeah, I don't think they're gonna get the freak. I don't know where he'd play within this offense.
Well, you'd have to
If it's
trade
ring chasing,
Jalen
that's
Brown.
literally the only way I can see it happen. Yeah, that like I don't know if long term that is a successful play. Um, so just talk me through the conspiracy theory on that. Talk me through why the Earth is flat.
It's just the Celtics were still in their uniforms walking back into the locker room at TD Garden, and people in places with microphones are like, could Boston be a team for Giannis? It's just like I don't I
It
don't
just doesn't make sense. Like, if the goal of the team, as we just touched on, is to shoot 50 to 60 threes a game, I don't know where Giannis slots into that because he is
yeah,
not a three-point shooter. And
no.
I get he's athletic and can dominate inside the paint, but he is also getting older. Um, he's not the title year Giannis that just dominates, but I don't know. I just don't know how it will work. Like you can't I don't understand the economics of bringing him in and having what around him. That's a complete blow up, and I don't think the Celtics are in a complete blow up position.
Yeah, that's like very old school. You got your two stars, they're gonna take you. Like I think they can do something at the big man position. I don't know what, but I'm just saying improve around Kata maybe.
Yeah.
Kata and someone else that's better than Vooch. And it's like now you got healthy Tatum, healthy Brown, Derek White, Pritchard. See what you do. Where does Hauser go? If Hauser stays, then you got Hauser, and if you move him, you you try and get a 3 and D guy, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, okay, you're kind of in the top three. Not kind of, you're definitely in the top three of the East again. Even if they brought the same roster as is, they'd probably be in the top three of the East with a full healthy Tatum.
I agree. That's why I don't think it's blow it up time yet.
Yeah, I just hate people. People love clowning on the Celtics. I get it. They have the most championships. They're good every year. Um, but 4 games doesn't change the fact that Jaylen Brown was the first team All NBAer this year and has won an NBA Finals MVP. Like,
Yeah.
you don't just go, okay, well, he sucks now. He's not even 30.
Tatum either, right? Tatum's
Oh, he
younger
is
than him,
30.
right?
No, Jaylen Brown is 30 and Tatum's 28. But it's just
Okay.
this whole thing really is just sour grapes and anger. Um, so what I want to ask you is this isn't on the rundown, but I want you to let's make some predictions for the next round. I think both of us are going to have the same 4 teams going to the conference finals, but I want to see. So, Pistons, Cavs.
Yep. Exciting series.
What do you have?
I'll take the Pistons.
Oh, interesting. I God, I want to say the Cavs, but they both looked bad. They both didn't look
Yep.
great. Um, but God damn, is Cade Cunningham good? I'm gonna say Cavs because that's where my gut is. So I guess we won't have the same four
Okay.
teams. Knicks and Sixers. The I and
I mean,
Jack,
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I really hope the Knicks.
right? I was driving to
Yeah.
work this morning and I was like, do I want the Knicks to win?
I would rather watch the Knicks play than watch the Sixers play on.
The
Although
We
I
didn't
love
touch.
Tyrese Maxey and Edgecombe. They're both cool. Um,
Yeah, it's Embiid.
you were right.
It's
I texted you during game 7. I said you were right to keep talking about how dangerous Tyrese Maxey is.
Well, the Celtics very well could have still won that game if Maxey doesn't fall into Embiid's knee because they were feeding him the ball every possession and it was exactly what the Celtics wanted. He started running out of gas,
Yeah.
so he wasn't drawing the fouls. He wasn't hitting his turnaround every single time, and the ball wasn't in Maxi's hands. He's limping, goes to the corner. Maxi seals the game.
With
It
those two really unbelievable finishes at the rim.
Yes, and I the whole time I'm like, the Celtics got back into this game because the ball is going through Joel Embiid every single time, and he's chirping
Yep.
with everyone. He's talking to the crowd, but he, he's doing all this shit. All of a sudden, the Celtics have cut a 13-point lead to one. Like,
Yeah.
so I agree. I think, oh god damn, the way the Sixers were playing, but I think the thing is, as you saw it, Embiid played 4 games in that series, and he looked like he was about to fall apart at the end of the fourth. Another 2 weeks. Hit Mitchell Robinson is you're just not going to draw as many fouls as you are against Luca Garza. So I
Hmm.
think the Knicks will win, but the I don't know if I can do the watch that series with the foul baiting between Brunson and Embiid. I I just don't know. All right, I'm pretty sure we're aligned on these two. Say it this way: do the Lakers get a game against the Thunder?
Oh, sure. Yeah, one, of course.
You think one? Yeah,
Although,
one
if it
game in LA.
doesn't, let me ask you a better question. This is a better question, and this is more for the clicks. This will get aggregated,
Okay,
as they
I'll
say.
remember it's about 30 minutes
If
in.
they get swept, does JJ Redick get fired?
No. Because they won
Wow.
a playoff series with the best player was 41 years old.
Did you see the Ime Udoka, JJ McCarthy, or JJ Redick um, conversation that was just caught on camera? Neither one of them are mic'd, but Ime
No.
Udoka is begging JJ Redick to put Bronny in, and JJ Redick is like trying to stifle his laugh, and Udoka is just trying to bait him. And I'd suggest it if you haven't seen it.
I'll take a look. But I can
Because
see them getting a
Udoka does
game
not say, "Hey, put Bronny in."
uh because if I don't know if Luca will be back, but I don't know if the Lakers are allowed to get swept when at least 2 of the games are in LA.
Oh,
Um
wow.
yeah, Jack.
You're really going to the HBO route. You're really going winning time there and having some
Hey,
real liberties with the truth.
well, I'm watching a documentary called The Jailblazers, Jack. People don't forget
Oh
2002.
yeah.
Uh, and then Spurs, Wolves. God, I hope Ant Edwards comes back at some point, but otherwise, I don't know, Jack. I don't know if the Wolves can get over the hump.
The hump being Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah,
They did eliminate the Nuggets, which was crazy to me.
especially
But
after um Ao, Ant, and DiVincenzo were all out.
I know.
That's that's uh that's a tough look for the Nuggets.
But I will say the Wolves, I mean, if Ant does come back, they've been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row, man. They know how to win in the playoffs. Like they're no slouches.
Yeah, and there's always, always, always the injury risk with Wemby.
Yeah, I don't like rooting for that, but yeah, I know
No,
what you're
I'm
saying.
not rooting for it. I'm just saying
I
it's a
understand it, but
possibility.
just to say like, oh, he'll get hurt, so they'll win a couple of games.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know. I'm on the Wemby train. I think you know that.
Yeah, no, I think it will be Thunder, Spurs, Cavs, Knicks.
Sure. I think our only difference was I'm picking the Pistons over the Cavs.
Yeah, shit. I just did pick a team with James Harden. Fuck. But
You
it's on
sure
tape.
did.
All right. Well, for the first, we haven't been able to say this in years, and I'm going to put the blame fully on Tim. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. Jack, we're back. All right. We're shifting gears here because that first discussion wasn't um, depressing enough. We're going to talk about the Red Sox. And roughly about 3 hours ago, as of this recording, Roman Anthony got hurt and left the game. He checked a swing, flexed his wrist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great. This is even better. This is for the reaction. You have a weird mohawk going on right
Oh,
now. Yeah, he did a weird check swing thing, instantly looked at his hands, called the trainer out, continued the at bat, and actually got a good piece of the ball, but then came out. They called it soreness. Instantly he was pointing to the top of his hand, and my heart went, "Oh my God, hamate!" And that would just be the worst. But then I started thinking, Jack, that could be two wrist injuries but in back-to-back years, like 7 months apart. I don't like that.
no.
Did he hurt
There
his
was a
wrist or
similar
his
thing to
oblique? Oh no, he
there
hurt
was
his
this op
oblique. It was
yeah.
Meyer in his wrist.
Um yeah, so I didn't know that about Anthony. Um should have figured it out because I did see Yoshida taking at bat, so there's
There's
only
only
one
one
way
way he's going to see
he's gonna
time.
get on the field. Yeah. I it's it's wild to me that Tom, it's wild that they didn't fix everything by firing their entire coaching staff.
Uh,
This shit is a long baseball season, and now all the news just seems to get bad. And
yeah.
they actually had a good game, and we got a serious Garrett Whitlock problem here. I don't know if this is not the eighth inning shutdown person they thought he was going to be. Um, but yeah, I didn't know that about Roman Anthony, and that is Garrett Crochet went on the IL earlier this week, and
Yeah.
now this is hitting me. Not that he was having terribly great at bats to watch, but he is their
You
third
want
hitter. He is the third hitter in their lineup.
a bright spot. You want something to look forward to every day as the rest of the team is getting stomped.
Yeah, I mean, right now that bright spot is Peyton Tolley, who went out
Yeah.
there and just shoved real hard again.
Yeah. I I I just like how he walks off the mound. I like everything about it. Yeah, he like
Yeah,
snarls, but
he's
he's
got a little
actually
bit of an
just
edge
like
to him.
he's such a funny teddy bear. Um, so what I'm having trouble with here is before the whole thing with so Wilson Contreras came out yesterday and he said the young guys on the team they don't have enough experience to like work through slumps. And then it just was like picked up and maybe it was a bigger deal than it really should have been. But I previously to him saying that had started thinking like you're putting Roman Anthony on everything as like the face of the franchise. He hasn't played enough games to count a whole season yet. Like
Hmm.
the- they as a team, as an organization are expecting too much out of him, Marcelo Meyer, and I guess Caleb Durbin is also another young guy, but whew,
They don't really push Durbin like they push
no,
Roman Anthony to be the star player of the team.
right. But I'm just saying you're starting every day three guys in the lineup who it's their second year.
Yeah. Oh, that is not lost on me at all. Um, that's why it was kind of a breaks moment with the Red Sox in the preseason when everybody was picking them. It was like, well, they haven't proven anything yet. And then Roman Anthony had the hot WBC, so you're like, okay, maybe this is gonna roll into it. But as soon as games started, he had that 3 hit performance on opening day. And since then, it hasn't been great. Um, and Wilson Contreras has a point, but I mean, neither your newly promoted AAA manager doesn't really know how to deal with young guys slumping in the big leagues in their second year as well, too. I'm not sure what the meaning of that message was, but it it wasn't helpful. Unless he's, in the tunnel there helping him out.
Yeah, I was saying to you guys, it seemed very like because he also had a quote about Cora leaving. He's like, I feel like we can breathe in the dugout. It feels like there's with him not in the dugout, it's a lot freer or something like that. And it was like, I know Breslow signed you or traded for you, but like, let's see, that's weird to say about a guy who managed you for a month. It just seems like he's
Yeah.
speaking for Breslow.
Yeah, I don't get that yet, but I mean, at the same time, they have a young roster. I mean, he has a choice to be a leader on it, and I think he can be. I love watching Wilson Contreras play. He plays like a little um what is his nickname? Bowser?
Oh, is it? I
I
didn't
think it
know
fits
that.
him perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. I think a couple of weeks ago everybody got the after the Milwaukee series, everybody got Bowser shirts with his face on them and they were wearing them.
Hmm. Yeah.
He
Um,
plays like a Koopa, and I like that.
oh yeah, it is. That's one of his nicknames on Baseball Reference. So on top of Anthony and Crochet, Ranger Suarez came out of the game after 4 innings yesterday. That was Sunday.
Yeah.
Uh, Sonny Gray might come back in this series against the Tigers, so that's good. But the pitching staff is very depleted, and
Yeah.
th
Yeah.
they shifted to run prevention. But even when those guys were there, they weren't doing well. Now they're not. They're talking about protecting Bayo by using an opener, where it's like if we're at this point, the
Yeah.
ship might have sailed.
Tom, you might have said this to me in uh in person, but I think we're at the Bayo has done enough where we know exactly what type of player Bayo is.
Yeah, yep. He nibbles, he gets guys on, and then he gets in a point where he has to make them put the ball in play, and they hit it very hard. It's just he
It's a
never.
bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer. He never got to that next level that in like 2024 when he started opening day, we thought he might. You there?
Yeah, I was
Oh
agreeing,
yeah.
silently agreeing with you, but I realize
So
silently isn't good on a podcast.
yeah, it's an audio medium. So when you look at Brian Bayo's Baseball Savant page, and this is my first time visiting it on the season, and um, I'm getting cold just looking at it.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of blue there.
he's in the bottom 2% in expected ERA, bottom 2% in expected batting average, bottom 2% in K rate, bottom 6% K rate, bottom 7% in barrel rate, his ground ball rate and whiff rate are the
Hmm.
only things in red.
Hmm.
Ag Bottom 38% in average exit velocity. No one's chasing him. It's just I want his he is given up uh his max EV has been 112 miles an hour, but his average exit velocity against is 89.7, so 90 miles an hour. A hard hit ball
Hmm.
is considered 95. So he's almost averaging a hard hit ball.
Oh boy.
And those fancy computer nerd stats and calculations completely align with the eye test. When you're watching it, you'd be like, yeah, that's Savant Pages, right?
Yep. There's it, they did just win 5-4. Uh, but there's no like they have the young players, but the future is not there and it's not lined out or lined up like it may have been even in the spring of this year.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's closing games for them looks good, but he's 37 or 38. Like he's clearly at the end of his career. I don't know, necessarily that you have to have a future in the bullpen, but it certainly doesn't seem like they have one. And then, with the exception of Crochet, you have Peyton Tolley, um, but your all your prospects are have turned over into, and I know it's early in their second season and it's not even Memorial Day yet, but your top two prospects in your system last year are 200 hitters this year for your starters. They're starters and they're 200 hitters for your big league club. So about as cold a slap in the face as you could possibly get.
Yeah. And this just in from Pete Abraham.
Oh boy.
No, it's not an injury. They
Oh,
won. This is the first time this season they have rallied from a 2-run deficit to win a game. They're down
well,
two
they're
nothing.
fighting.
They won 5-4.
That inning, did you watch that inning where they started scoring all the runs?
No, I was behind and then I came down here to record.
It just started pouring and lightning everywhere. So the visual was cool because it looked like there was nobody in the stadium because everybody had to go for cover. And then uh, they just kept getting hits. And then there was a 15-20 minute delay in the eighth and they came back out. Garrett Whitlock gave up two, but Chapman just shut it down.
Know what I like? I don't know if this is new this year, I think. I went to the box score for Baseball Savant. They put in the box score a little flame emoji and how many in like times three if they had three hard hit balls.
Oh.
That's nice. And know what I see right here? Masataka Yoshida, two hard hit balls. Should I clear out Celtics at the end of the
You don't need to
game?
clear out. You don't need to clear out. You certainly don't need to do that. But I mean, Wilson Contreras and Wilyer Abreu are having good seasons. And right now, since Duran hit that bomb over the bullpen, and I don't think anybody in the major leagues needed a home run like Jaron Duran needed a home run right there. He's been really hot. He's been really hot over the weekend. But Masataka Yoshida, in my humble opinion, is head and shoulders the best hitter on the team. He has a good at bat every time. He has more walks than strikeouts, and he never plays. He is the penultimate. Like he was here before I signed him, and there is no way Craig Breslow's computer would have signed him.
Yeah. Um,
Even though Tom,
he gets on base.
thank you.
Okay. I was wondering for a second. I was like, what? And um, yeah, I actually the other day, even though he was struggling like a motherfucker, was like, are they auditioning Duran? They're in last place. They're playing terrible. Are they like, get out of this slump so we can trade you? Or is it, no, Yoshida's slow, doesn't have a lot of pop. We don't care about him getting on base. I think it's that one. I think it's the latter.
Yeah, I don't think Duran's going anywhere. I really don't think that they're in the market to make a move with an outfielder, although they have too many and they all
Wh-
bat lefty.
And let's let's go back. Other than Garrett Crochet, can we name a good move by Craig Breslow?
Wilson Contreras so far has paid off. I
So
think he's a
far,
very good hitter.
so far, sure. I don't dislike him. I'm just saying,
Ranger Suarez, I think more times than not, you see he's a really good pitcher.
yeah. See, okay, okay. Those Suarez and Contreras, I'll give you, but I guess in my mind I was thinking I'm evaluating this player against this player, and I'm going to trade him because
Oh, like
have you?
Quinn Priester or Kyle Harrison or
Do you
oh,
want
is it Kyle Harrison this year who's having the great season for the Brewers already? And
to?
Quinn Priester did that last year.
Maybe. Do you want to Google the minor league home run leader in AAA?
Is it the guy we let walk for the return on?
It is. Hold on, I'm blanking on his name right now. Uh, please, please, please. Oh, I guess he fell off. But no, the guy leading for a little bit. Maybe I'm in the wrong league, but no, they traded him for Dustin May, and now the
Oh well,
Dodgers have the one of the best power hitters in the minors. So that's what I'm getting at.
yeah, future's bleak. And they're in last
Um,
place. And some would use the word Tom, this guy would, toiling in last place.
yeah, Jack, it's not what you want to see. Uh, but we got a long season ahead of us because I'm sure we're not gonna have to come up with gimmicks throughout the winter or I mean summer to get us through because we're gonna have actually
OTAs are
negative
in June.
James Tibbs the third. That's his name.
Oh, but I was just going to say OTAs are in June, though, right?
Yeah, and do we want to quick check in on everything going well in Patriots land? Okay, we're back to the Red
Oh,
Sox.
everything's on fire there, too.
Um, yeah, thank God the weather's going to start getting warmer.
I don't
Um,
know.
is it? Is
Doesn't
it?
seem like it.
At
All right, well,
least,
Tom, happy spring.
um, hold on. In AAA Oklahoma City right now, James Tibbs has 11 home runs, 24 RBI. And yeah. But let's end on a positive note, Jack. I didn't prep you for this. We're a month into the baseball season. April's done. What is what's one thing so far this season you've been like, yes, this is awesome. Don't take mine. You know what mine is.
Oh, um, hmm. Probably Shohei going to win the Cy Young.
Oh, okay.
He
You
has an
think
under one ERA.
do you think he was just like, oh, I haven't done this yet. I'm going to do it now?
That's exactly what I think.
Wow.
I think he went to the Dodgers and said, I'm going to go 50-50. I don't know what it was last year, but I think one of them was I'm going to win the Cy Young this year, and that's why in classic me when I first saw it, like Dave Roberts is limiting him by saying the day he's pitching, he's not going to hit. Like that's such bullshit. Let him do both. But it's because Shohei probably wants to win the Cy Young.
Oh, last year what he did was he hit 50 home runs and pitched. That's what he
Yeah.
did.
Well, in
So you were
back-to-back
like,
World Series,
um,
and had
do
the
you?
greatest. He had the greatest single playoff game of all time, right?
Yeah, 10 strikeouts and three,
Three homers.
three. That's. I was like, no, it wasn't three homers, but then it was.
Yeah, it sure was.
Uh, do you want to guess what my favorite thing for this first month of the season has been?
Everything for the first month of the season. Tom is excited about the NL Central.
About the Millville Meteor, Jack. He is
Oh,
back at 34 years young.
dang it. I should have said that Because I initially, when he brought it up, I'm like, I'm very excited what I'm seeing out of James Woods right now, or James Wood.
Oh, baby.
But yeah, Mike Trout. If I mean, if
Oh.
we had sound effects, it would be the like either a siren or the burr, 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 burr. Yeah, exactly. It would be that. And Mike Trout is back, folks. He is not only back, he is like he's on Aaron Judge's level and pushing Judge for the MVP right
He's
now.
already at 1.8 WAR. I have looked at the WAR thing before and been like, all right, if he has like three more 5 WAR seasons and doesn't, Pujols killed himself because he had so many bad years. He went negative and he fell out of like the upper tier
Yeah.
of guys, even though he's still
I
wicked
mean, he
high.
has
And
700 home runs. So I don't think
yeah,
that's true.
and no one's worried about. But then I'm like doing the math. I'm like, holy shit! If this motherfucker has an 8 WAR season, he's like jumping like Mike Schmidt. Like,
He's back. I think he's a no doubt first ballot Hall of Famer as it is.
oh yeah,
But I would
yeah,
say that I want to see him now. I'm like, I need him to get to 500. I
yeah,
need him to get to 500.
and not just that.
And I'm here for watching him.
I saw there was an article that was, I think the Athletic put it out, and it said Mike Trout is good again, and the Angels should trade him immediately. And I was like, yes, because that Yankee series where he hit 5 home runs, they blew
Yeah,
2 leads. I was
I know.
I was just like, this is it. The guy has an incredible series, and the bullpen blows it, and infielders drop a pop fly, no one touches it, and I was just like, can
He's
we have a
playing with the
circle?
pitcher of the month.
Oh yeah, he's been on. That's been a fun story. I
Another guy
God.
with a one ERA, under one ERA.
All right, so Jack, humor me for a second. Trout's at two WAR, we'll say right now. If he has a 6 WAR or a 7 WAR, that's 5 more. He will jump. Let's see, that'd be three, four.
Oh, you're
He is
talking about like all-time career war leaders.
yes, he is. He could align himself with Roberto Clemente and Cal Ripken Jr. this year.
That was Cal's is high. Obviously, he had 400 home runs and 3,000 hits. He was also a shortstop, so it's really high. And Roberto Clemente is notably one of the best defensive outfielders of all time. And he also
Yes.
has 3,000 hits.
Yeah. And then that sets him up next season with a 3 WAR season to pass Eddie Matthews and Carl Yastrzemski and possibly Joe Morgan. It so like his projections in those first crazy years, people were like, he is going to land
Damn.
in the Hank Aaron, Trish Speaker, Stan Musial, Honus Wagner. But now he slowed down in the injuries. He'll probably only end up around Mickey Mantle, Mel Ott, Ricky Henderson, Lou Gehrig. It's ridiculous.
That's
I just
that's the
hope,
career comp.
yeah,
That's the
Mickey
career
Mantle.
comp though, is Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been that month of April to see him popping up as like Trout hit another home run. Trout hit 5 home runs in one series. I was just like, this is all we wanted.
The home
Um,
runs against the Yankees were excellent. I
well,
mean, they always
always.
are. But knowing that he grew up in New Jersey and he just destroys in that stadium makes me nervous though.
That they're gonna go get him.
Because I don't want to ever in my life see Ben Rice, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge batting in
No,
some form or fashion.
we're already dealing with Schlittler and Ben Rice being Massachusetts dudes.
Yeah. That Ben Rice,
Uh,
they are very clear that Ben Rice is from Massachusetts, but never rooted for the Red Sox.
yeah, I'm sure that's the case. Um, okay, I guess the Braves are awesome.
Yep, they are good. They're
I
really good.
I
I saw somebody tweet out or skeet out say the Braves are back to their good luck getting all 27 of us out type of
yeah.
or era.
Uh Yeah, just it's unfortunate that the Yankees are good too. So, all right, Jack, I think we accomplished what we came for. Hey, everyone, like, subscribe, share, watch, listen, help us make money off this. We're just two guys and a doofus. Tim's the
Hmm.
doofus.
We knew. Everybody knew who you were talking about.
Um, but yeah, all right, Jack, I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Tommy.